Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another fine day. It's the KingAndEyeLife podcast, and we'd like to welcome you back to another segment of African American historical figures, places, and events. This segment is brought to you by Soul Toucher the Poet. Today, I'm going to talk to you about Mamie Till Mobley. Mamie Till Mobley was born Mamie Elizabeth Cathan in Mississippi on November 23, 1921. She passed away at age 82 on January 6, 2003. Shortly after her birth, her father secured a job near Chicago, Illinois in a town called Agro, working in a corn production facility of the same name. During a time called the Great Migration, the family, including Mamie, her mother, and younger brother, moved away to escape the deeply rooted racial disparities and Jim Crow laws of the South in search of a better life and future. The move proved not enough to sustain the parental relationship, and her parents later divorced. Young Mamie turned to her schoolwork to cope with the struggle, hurt, and confusion. She excelled and received straight A's and earned a place on the honor roll at her predominantly white school. Upon completion of high school, she met Louis Till, who worked in the same facility as her father, and the two later married. Emmett Till was born to the couple within a year's time. The tumultuous union, plagued by infidelity and violence, soon led to the couple's separation. Mrs. Till's husband was forced to join the military following a court order due to noncompliance with the terms of a peace order. He was later court-martialed, executed in 1945. She championed his death by seeking answers or an explanation for the execution. The search for answers turned up multiple misleading answers from the government. 10 years following his death, she learned the true sequence of events at the time when Mrs. Till was dealing with the murder of their only son, Emmett. All of us have lived in the United States and witnessed racial disparity, hatred, and inequality. The struggle for civil rights has been ongoing for a lifetime. Have you ever asked, when did the movement begin? In 1955, Mamie Till sent her only son, Emmett, to Mississippi to spend the summer with relatives. Her main concerns were his age and not knowing much about the South, and in particular, Mississippi. If you know history, you know that Emmett Till was abducted, brutally attacked, and murdered before being dumped into a river. The effects of the beating and subsequent murder, along with a deterioration due to the elements, left the young man's face and body disfigured and almost unrecognizable. This is where Mamie Till's narrative changes to one of the struggles of a single parent, the loss of a child, anger, hurt, and sadness. Mrs. Till turned her emotions into activism. Her decision to allow an open casket funeral for her son spoke volumes of her strength and resilience. She said she wanted the world to see what happened to her son. Newspapers and magazine publications printed photographs of Emmett and the disfigurement he suffered at the hands of white men who functioned as judges, juries, and executioners of her son. People hear about the civil rights movement. They want to affect change, but they don't know where it began or what role they must play to ensure we one day achieve this goal. So many have fought and died for the chance to see a day when we all have the same civil rights, including mothers and innocent children. Take a moment and think about what civil rights means to you as we approach the anniversary of Emmett Till's slaying on August 28th. If you would like to give us feedback or input on this and other topics, submit your request to KingAndEye369@gmail.com. That's KingAndEye369@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to the King and I Life podcast segment of African American historical figures, places, and events. Please enjoy the rest of your week.